Singapore should foster and maintain closer links with South Asian countries, said Prime Minister Hsien Loong at the inaugural South Asian Diaspora Convention on Thursday.
So we'll actively foster closer links with South Asia. With India, we signed a comprehensive economic cooperation agreement, which was a landmark deal back in 2005. Since then, our bilateral trade has boomed, last year exceeding 30 billion Singapore dollars. And we've become the second biggest foreign investor in India.
A diaspora refers to a dispersion of people away from their place of birth. The South Asian diaspora around the world numbers over 50 million, with people from Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Maldives, Nepal, Pakistan and Sri Lanka. In his opening address, PM Lee said immigrants from South Asia came to Singapore more than 100 years ago.
The first wave of the South Asian diaspora form a significant minority in Singapore's population. They came to Singapore in the 19th and early 20th centuries. They settled down here, started families here, became part of our community, and they've made many significant contributions to Singapore. For example, Mr. Rajabali Jumaboy, who was a successful merchant, who founded the Indian Chamber of Commerce in 1935. Or Mr. S. Rajaratnam and Mr. Devan Nair, both pioneering leaders of Singapore from our founding generation. One went on to be Deputy Prime Minister, the other one went on to be President.
S. Rajaratnam, the Deputy Prime Minister of Singapore from 1980 to 1985, was born in Vadukodai, Jaffna, Sri Lanka in 1915. He studied at Raffles Institution and joined the Straits Times as a journalist in 1954 before entering politics the same year when he co-founded the People's Action Party. As Rajaratnam also served as Minister for Culture, Minister for Foreign Affairs and Minister for Labour before becoming DPM and then retiring from politics as Senior Minister in 1988. C.V. Devan Nair was Singapore's third president from 1981 to 1985. He was born in Malacca, Malaysia, and his father was an Indian immigrant from Thalassery, Kerala. Mr. Nair also led the labour union movement and founded the National Trades Union Congress, or NTUC, in the 1960s. Rajabali Jumaboy was born in India in 1898. He came to Singapore in 1918 and set up a trade business selling produce from Bombay. In 1935, he founded the South Indian Chamber of Commerce. Mr. Jumaboy is also known for converting his family residence at Scotts Road into a commercial development, Scotts Shopping Centre, which they previously owned. The three men were part of previous waves of South Asian diaspora who came to Singapore and distinguished themselves. And this trend of South Asians coming to Singapore continues today.
In these last 10 to 15 years, there's been a new wave of a South Asian diaspora which has come to Singapore. Many have come to do business. Some have made this their home. And I'm confident that in time, the new arrivals, many of them, will also integrate into Singapore society, both with the Singaporean Indians, those who had come a couple of generations earlier, and also with other ethnic groups. And they will contribute much to Singapore and ultimately strengthen our society and enhance our cultural diversity.
I came here last month, last year also I came here for my internship. So I was here for 2 years and I liked the place. So when I got an opportunity to work here again, I accepted it. And I'm settling well here. I live here in Bishan. It's a really nice place. So a lot of facilities there. We have a community library and a lot of playgrounds there. So it's a nice place to live.
I came in Singapore in 2008 December. I got married and moved here. My husband was already working here in Singapore. Technology has advanced so much. It's through Skype, and plus travel to Singapore is much, much easier nowadays. So my family keeps coming and I keep going back to India.
My company has a subsidiary here. So basically I work in my parent company. Then I have been selected for coming here for a particular project. When it is one of the safest countries in the world. So naturally we find it really very easy to settle down. No problem at all.
The inaugural South Asian Diaspora Convention is on for 2 days until the 22nd of July at Resorts World Sentosa. In the next clip, we bring you PM Lee's full opening address.